Hello there everyone, it's Shiny Sparky14 and welcome back to more Super Metroid. So last time we explored a bunch of Norfair, but we're not done with Norfair. We have to go to the right side of this door, hopefully to uncover something else. This room, it has some Metaries, whatever. But you'll see that these things are actually, well, you have to dash to get through them. See that? If you just run through them without dashing, they're gonna fall. There's those crumbling blocks again. So let's actually dash this time. There we go, that works. See that? Just dash through the entire thing. You'll see a bunch of Garudas on the way, but who really cares about them? Keep running, and you'll get to the very end. Now, before you open this door, shoot up here, and you'll uncover a missile tank. Yeah, a missile tank that most people would actually miss without looking at a walkthrough, and it's pretty difficult to actually find that. Come on. So again, shoot 5 missiles here, open this pink door, and go on through. So let's see. Alrighty. Here we uncover, yes, another upgrade. This is the speed booster, the item that actually, yeah, you guys saw the block where I said that you had to run to the left side, which is not actually true. It was just a speed booster block. Well, I think I mentioned that before. I mean, I'm freaking dumb right now, but anyways, the speed booster. You introduce it here. Just keep running to the left side, holding the dash button and the left on the stick, and there you go. You run super fast, and this lava will not catch up to you. So cool. Alrighty, now with the speed booster, you may be thinking, well, now what the hell can we do? Well, good of you to ask that. Good of you to ask that. What you can actually do with the speed booster is, well, we do have to try it out somewhere. That's wait, where? Oh, that's right. I know. We want to come down here. Yeah, bomb this place again. We have to do this whole thing again. Right here, bomb that. Oh, no, shoot that side. Okay. More bombing, a bunch of boring stuff. Or hurry up and kill that dude. Okay, there we go. And one more bomb. Hurry the hell up. Okay, this time around though, we're gonna take the left door. We took the bottom one last time. That just took us in a loop towards the top of the bubble room. But this time around the left side. If we come down here, you'll see some blocks that you can break. You'll see another one of these air hole stuff. You'll see a fume over there. And you'll see this thing that we cannot bypass yet. So that gives us the only options to come over here. Now in this room, you want to just hold the dash button towards the left side, because that's right, that's actually the same room in which I showed you before. You know, that means this leads to a safe station. Yes, it is. And if you see the map, that's right, it pretty much took us in an entire loop. Now the reason we're coming back is because now with the speed booster, we can actually get another item, and that will be the one right over here, up here, and right up here. This one, remember the gates? Well, this time we have the speed booster, so that means we are quick enough to bypass them. Just hold the speed booster again towards the left side, and you'll make it. See? Quick enough. You'll see some new blocks down there, which we cannot break, but we can actually go towards the left side, so that's good. On the left side, we'll see some more trippers. Let's just hurry up and jump on them. These actually sink, so you want to be a little bit quick. And then we come on over here, and to a room full of fumes. Alright, we just gotta keep climbing this, I guess, right? I'm pretty sure that's what we have to do. And you'll see some Sovas over there. Just keep climbing. Pretty boring, pretty repetitive, but oh well. And then we can actually break this place down here, and what you want to do is actually enter that third hole right here, the long one. That sounds a bit wrong, but whatever. Okay, going on towards the right side, and we get taken to another new item. This is actually the Ice Beam. The Ice Beam multiplies our damage by 1.5 times the amount. So the boost is not as big as the Spazer, but hey, it's a boost, right? Now, there's a very annoying thing with the Ice Beam though. A lot of, and you know, controversy over what it does. Now, let me just tell you what I know it does. The Ice Beam, okay, a lot of people think that the Ice Beam actually kills enemies slower. That's actually not true, except for one exception, which I'll talk about later. But a lot of people think that, okay, for example, an enemy that dies, let's say with a Spazer, it takes 4 shots to kill him. Okay, a lot of people think that with the Ice Beam, you would actually take 4 shots. The 4th shot would freeze him, and then you need a 5th shot to kill the enemy. That's not true. The Ice Beam actually gives you a powerful, you know, first off, it gives you more power, which increases the chances of you actually killing him in less shots. And the second thing is that it actually allows you to, okay, for example, in that scenario, you know, 4 shots with a Spazer, if the damage from the Ice Beam does not actually, you know, allow you to kill it with less, it's confusing as hell, I know, but for example, if an enemy dies with 4 shots from the Spazer, with the Ice Beam, it's either gonna die in 3 shots or 4 shots, depending if that extra boost from the ice beam is actually going to go ahead and kill the enemy. It's confusing as hell, I know, but what I mean is that the 3 shots, you would shoot, and then the 3rd shot would freeze the enemy, and then the 4th shot would go ahead and kill the enemy. So it's not like you're slowing down anything. It's the same thing, or better, if the extra damage output of the ice beam actually does allow you to kill an enemy in 1 less shot, which in some cases it will. But anyways, there's one exception. You probably already saw that on the way through, the one exception. The one exception is, if an enemy normally dies with 1 shot, from the Spazer, or just any beam in general, the ice beam will not kill in 1 shot. This is what I mean. See that? It always freezes the enemy. That's the one exception. If an enemy is going to die within 1 shot of the beam, the ice beam will actually not kill the enemy. So with this logic, the ice beam never kills in 1 shot. That's the one exception. With that, it does make sense to always get rid of the ice beam during speed runs. Basically turn it off. You can actually turn off items in this game, something that I have not shown. Basically, you pause the screen, you press the R in the pause menu, and you get taken over here. You can basically turn on or off whatever item you want. And as you can see, we can actually see all of our upgrades, There's another suit in the game we have to get. There's 2 more miscellaneous items, 1 more boot upgrade, 2 more beams, and some supplies up there that we have no idea what they are. But yeah, it's just nice. You can actually turn off the ice beam, which a lot of people do turn it off because it's pretty annoying. All these enemies, for example, die with 1 shot. So you're just slowing yourself down. So whatever. Anyways, you probably saw all the way down to that, yeah, you freeze enemies. The very neat thing about the ice beam is that, yes, you freeze enemies and you can stand on them, without taking damage. That's what it does. So it's useful for getting up here, which is actually what we have to do. So we're coming up here, and yep, alrighty, new room now. There's another new hole enemy right there, air hole enemy. Those. This is why I don't know the names of it. I mean, I do know them. I did the research and I'm putting them on screen, but as of now, I don't know them. Only until post-production or whatever the hell you want to call it, video editing. Yeah. Now, those flowers actually are other enemies. I'll go ahead and show that on screen right now. Those are actually, they have a funny name, Samus Eaters. That's actually their real name, and I was very, very shocked that those were their real names. But Samus Eaters cannot die, and they just keep draining your health. I believe they do up to 16 damage per time that you fall in there. You're trapped until they do their max damage, and then, yeah, you can escape. Anyways, in this room, you'll see that this room actually locks us out because it's an orange door. So, what you want to do is actually jump, or shoot down there, then jump. And you'll come to new enemies. These are actually called Zeros. They look like caterpillars to me. They've always looked like that to me. I don't know if they really are. But yeah, not tough enemies at all. Just kill them and there you go. Stats are on screen once again. Now we run towards the left side and we see a bunch more Samus Eaters. But we also see some new enemies over here. These enemies are pretty damn annoying. Are these, what do they call them? Boyons, I believe? Let me see. They are, yes, they're called Boyons. They have a pretty damn good amount of health for being really small enemies. That's perfect examples of don't judge anything by its size, right? That sounds wrong once again. But, you get the idea. I believe they have 1,000 health, actually. Anyways, this introduces power bombs, and you saw that I kind of just demonstrated there. Power bombs are the 3rd weaponry in the game. They're basically just improved versions of bombs. And in there, if you actually lay a power bomb, you'll actually explode the left side of the wall there, which will allow us to get ourselves another missile expansion. So, now that we're done in this room and we got our power bombs, you may be thinking, well, now what can we do? Well, there's quite plenty of stuff we can do. However, okay, yeah, if you can progress through the game by actually going all the way down to Norfair once again. That's the next place, to progress the story, or the actual, sequence. I'm gonna go ahead and open this door just for now. But I don't have to go through it. So you can actually go down there, but it might be a better idea to actually take a round trip throughout, Criteria, Brinstar, all that stuff. Because, well, now that we have a lot more upgrades, there's actually a lot more expansions and stuff that we can get. And we kind of need that, or we don't need that, but we kind of want that, because it'll help us out a lot. So when you come in here, you're actually going to see the introduction of a very new enemy called Sidehoppers. These things do some serious massive damage, especially if you don't have your various suit equipped. They do 80 damage. 80 damage, that is ridiculous. Anyways, once you clear the room of that, you want to go ahead and lay a power bomb on the very left side, really anywhere, but I recommend the left side because you won't break as much of the ground as possible. But anyways, yeah, this is actually a fake Samus Eater. How the hell are you supposed to know this the first time you play this game? I don't know really. But yeah, see, if you put it like over here, the entire ground would break, thus it would make it a bit more difficult to traverse back. But anyways, it's all good. So, now that we've done that, we can actually get taken to another elevator, and that's actually the third elevator that will take us to Criteria. As you can see, there are 3 ways to go up to Criteria. So, let's go ahead and take it. Up to Criteria. So again, we have a bunch of upgrades, and now I actually want to use this opportunity to, well, pretty much go around the world getting a bunch of items. So it's just going to be a, I mean, it's a Metroid game, okay? For those of you guys that don't know, what Metroid games are famous for. They are famous for backtracking. They really are. They're very famous for that. There's a lot of backtracking in all Metroid games, and I love pretty much every title except for Metroid Other M. I mean, I like the new features, how it was actually the third third-person three-dimensional game, stuff like that, but there's some features in that game that I just don't like. And I'll explain more on that later, but whatever. Anyways, there's 2 ways to go here. You can go towards the right side, or the left side. If you go towards the left side, these are actually some blocks you can break with the speed booster. You can go ahead and open this door now because, why not? We have a super missile. And this is actually the room, or the very first room in the entire game. Not really a room, more like an area, right? But yeah, if you didn't already guess, this is actually it doesn't really have a name, but most people would just, generalize and say, yeah, a nice assumption is the landing site. Which makes sense, see that? Here's the ship. So we're back to Criteria. We pretty much did an entire loop, as you can see, going down here to Brinstar, then going down in the circle in Brinstar, going back up towards Criteria, and here we are now. So, now that we're here, let's go ahead and take this opportunity to end the part and save on our ship. Next time, we are going to, head that way, and this time around go ahead and do an entire circle, and try and get a bunch of upgrades, a bunch of expansions, basically upgrade our inventory from missiles to energy tanks to power bombs, whatever the hell we want. So, goodbye everybody, until next time.